Hello, welcome. Happy Sunday. Excuse me. Whew. All right. This is a follow. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Follow-up and companion stream to the stream I did last week. Now about 10 days ago. Last time I streamed was a week from this previous Wednesday. I had been streaming on Wednesdays, but that turned out to be a bad day long term because I got a job. And my job wanted me to work on Wednesday afternoons and not take a big chunk out of the middle of my day to stream. So I had to switch it up. So here we are now on Sundays. This is what we're going to try for now. Football season rolls around. Maybe it shifts again. Maybe I move it a little earlier so I can finish up before my games. Maybe I just sacrifice a quarter of each game so I can be with you lovely people. We'll have to see what happens. However, today, don't want to talk too much because I definitely talked too much in our last installment. And today, what I would like to do is we're going to just make a bunch of fun sounds in the Korg opsix. Oh, hey, it's... yay! Thanks for coming by. Appreciate your presence, especially, I have to say. Certainly, if you see me doing anything, if you have any suggestions, Roderick, I can't say it, I know I can't. I should probably just stop trying. But if you have suggestions, please make them. If I'm doing something stupid and you want to weigh in and be like, hey, that is a really not great way to do that, then there aren't many people I would take that from, but you're one of them, so feel free to do it, is what I'm saying. Yeah, and then in the meantime, let's go ahead. I'm going to try, I'm not going to stop talking, but I'm going to talk less, and I'm going to make more sounds. Alright, so I'm going to try and make a bunch of different kinds of sounds. Let's start with some, like an EBM bass line. So I got this little, right now you can't really hear it, or maybe you can just hear it if you have good headphones. A very low, just sine wave triggering. Look at that. Turn up this modulator, we're already halfway to an EBM bass. A little 16th note sequence going at 120 BPM. Basically I have this set up as like a 3 oscillator deal here. That's what this algorithm is doing. 3 carriers, 3 modulators. FM on this one, basic ring mod on this one. Just trying to get some interesting sounds here. I haven't really thought about what I want to do with the oscillators 4 and 6, or 5 and 6 just yet. I don't know. I'm just looking for something. I'll tell you. I have. This is definitely gardening and not architecture. I'm just resolved today to playing with some knobs and seeing what kind of weird shit comes out with just the vaguest notion of what to do. Like this, I was like, oh, I got a 16th note bass here. A little repetitive 16th note bass line. I should make an EBM bass. I haven't made an EBM bass in a while, so let's do that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just like looking for what might make an interesting EBM style bass with kind of a growly element to it. I might try actually some filter FM on this because it gives some interesting sync style sounds. That's real juicy. That is an interesting sound. Okay, this is potentially not the worst thing. Just gotta do this so I can pop the pitch up and down. That's an idea. Yeah, for sure, we can do that. Like a little sample and hold. Got a Julio here, pitch mod. LFO 1. octave, I think that makes a pretty decent BPM bass. Maybe needs a little compression going on. This element oops, this middle element, I need to tweak this. Maybe the ring mod is not the thing. Maybe instead of a ring mod, let's just go back to good old FM. Some point I screwed with that and totally forgot about it. That is where all that weird pitch instability was coming from. beats. So not the ones that are on the strong beats, but the syncopated beats will be velocity up and down, and then the ones on the strong beats will be straight up, 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 up. Alright, now we're going to assign the velocity to some stuff. Turn it up a little bit now because it's with the velocity sensitivity, we don't want to lose it in the lights, so to speak. Modulating the decay time and on all the modulators, right? So on all the modulators, the higher the decay goes, or the higher the velocity goes, the more decay you get. So that's a little bit of variation to like a repetitive baseline like this. nice. All right. And maybe we should try and make... What should we try and make now? Something weird. Oh, I know. Let's make some percussion sounds. Percussion's always a good opportunity to use some of the really weird... And maybe it won't be like a straight percussion sound. Maybe it'll be like something more complex and weird. But let's start with thinking percussion here. Longer release than decay. Because I feel like... So whenever I'm designing percussion sounds, I like to make the release longer than the decay, because I feel like with most percussion instruments, if you leave your hand or the stick on it, it ends up muting it. So if you make the thing where if you hit it and get a hell off of it, it actually lasts a little longer. I don't know. It's something I do. I don't know if that's good praxis or not, but it is something that I do. Let's get into the ring mod possibilities here. Well, it's pretty good at making percussive sounds. Wonder if fine, whatever. Source velocity. Okay, so that's op1 ring mod depth. No, ring mod shape. There we go. I'm going to cheat a little, use the same percussion, same pattern. Here, actually, let's do this. And we will make this one kind of interesting. That's a nice woody tone. Not even bad at the higher levels there. something, I have something specific in mind for this oscillator thing. I guess I could just make it, but I think that would actually be slower, and I don't even know if it's the right thing, so I don't want to spend a bunch of time making it. I guess I should just figure out something that's close. Honestly, this is pretty close. Let's just go with that. So if you didn't see what I'm doing there, I just added a pitch envelope to give a little clicky attack. I'm glad to hear that. I do a ton of percussion design. It's one of my favorite things to do. It is actually one of my recommended ways for people to learn sound design is to get into trying making percussion design, because no matter how normie your music is or how wild it is, everyone needs some interesting percussion sounds. The principles that you use to program them are pretty solid fundamentals for what you need to do elsewhere. And you can use all the weird stuff, because percussion doesn't have to be pitched, doesn't have to stay in tune. So you can do a lot of weird stuff and not have to worry about how it's going to screw up the tonality, the harmonic center of your song, because you have, it's something that's supposed to be playing this interval is actually playing some other weird interval because of all the fucked up harmonics in it. So, okay, so we are looking for op 5 and 6 release and K time. Velocity. The filter, of course, to change the quality of the entire thing. You can use it to ping your filter. A shame it doesn't. I don't think you can actually use a controller, turn that on and off, because it's a shame. It would actually be really nice. They're both decent timbralities, and it'd be kind of cool to be able to turn them on and off without having to go into a menu. But alas, 'tis not to be. I will say, just as an aside, that is, I think, one of the things that stops this. It keeps it at the level of very good, excellent niche synth, but does stop it maybe from rising to the next level, like dream synth kind of a deal, is there's just a lack of some amenities and a few minor things that I'm sure, you know, like when you're designing the UI and designing all the control elements of this, the number of times that someone would want to turn the filter off with the controller is probably pretty small. Like I would love to have a toggle button on it, you know, or put it on the sustain pedal or something, so when you hit sustain, it toggles it on and off. Be a great way to use sustain on a sound like this, because obviously it's not doing shit to actually sustain anything. But you know, that's a very minor gripe, I should say. That's kind of interesting. Maybe what we can do, not quite the same, but look here, I'm smart. I can figure this out. I can make this do what I want. Okay, so filter cutoff down. No, that's not. Yeah, okay, so filter cutoff down. I don't know, maybe there. There we go. Modulation, controller, modulation wheel, filter. Oh my goodness. Filter resonance up. There you go. Now it's a playable sound. Metallic and somewhat bright at the bottom. Of the range. Woody at the top. I suspect this could also use a compressor. Maybe even a limiter. Maybe it just needs a compressor. Ping the resonance of bandpass filter give in this case. Oh yeah, that's an interesting question. We could certainly find out. Remarkably similar. Remarkably similar. We could play with another one on that sort of level. Let's make sure that we are velocity modulating. Percussion sounds typically want to be pretty modulatable by velocity. I mean, I think that goes without saying, but boy, that compressor is really compressing. Completely like, I hope I'm not like blowing out anyone's eardrums there. I do have a limiter on here, right? No, I don't have a limiter on here. I'm such a dummy. I'm sorry. Sorry. Let me put a limiter on the output here. Sorry about that. Sorry. That compressor is a lot. Definitely brings the low end out of this. All right. Seems like it could be fun to get some delay going on there. Going. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Let's turn that delay off. Obviously, you can put delay on this, bake it into the patch. I don't feel like it's necessarily a core part of this patch, so I'm not going to bake it into the patch. I'm actually going to mute this operator too, because this one here we're actually just using for, actually maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should give this a little, oh, I know what we can do here. Blue noise, pink. Okay, so white noise is the hissy. Blue noise is closer to brown, right? It's like a low frequency noise. I feel like that's right. And below, yeah, it's super short on this. Just okay. So That's what we'll do. We'll make this little FM. And so on the very hardest hits, make it very velocity sensitive. On the very hardest hits, you get a little extra like grit on the attack. Okay. I think I'm inclined to call this. Let's see. Do we want to get a little boost in that range there to give it a little extra knock. Not a lot. I don't know. Okay, sure. There we go. Let's see. We'll call this Perky Perks. Perky little percussion, right? More filtered low. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I chose that because I thought, you know, this oscillator is offering the body, basically some of the body of the thing, and what's the release on this? I might release on this a little longer. That's where some of that, when you hold it, comes in from too. Decays should be less than the release. I think I did this one a little differently when I wasn't modulating it at all, but this decay is very short decay on that. Oops, I spilled some coffee. Save that again. Save. Yes, I know you're overriding. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Initialize. Let's see. We can definitely. Let's go with the bandpass filter. Make that motherfucker resonant. Beep. These are not the most pingable filters in the world. Is that delay still on? Oh yeah, there's just a little bit of send on the delay. Maybe we could try the 6. No. What does the low pass filter sound like being pinged? Yeah, this is not, of the things that this can do, and there are many, pinging does, oh, there you go. You want to ping Here's your thing right here. Interesting that it holds open. I guess it's because these are open, maybe? Oh, interesting. Not quite the behavior I would expect, in all honesty. Definitely looks like this MS-20 filter is the most pingable, but it's kind of a fake ping. I don't know. This is not the behavior I would expect to see, because with these envelopes like this, I don't understand. I guess there's a secret master envelope that just stays open. It's just a gated, you can just gate the VCA. It's not real. It's not an actual VCA. Sorry about the smoke detector freak out. This tone is somewhat smoke detectory. I will give you that. It's just, it's really weird. But it sort of makes sense. I think what we're seeing here is basically that there is, if you're holding the key down, it's gating the sound on and off. And the opsix, normally, all the oscillators are controlled by, oscillators are controlled by their own envelopes. So it doesn't matter that they are, so for example, turn the filter off, turn this down, right? So there's no sound at all right now. But if we turn the filter on, oh, now there's still no sound? What's going on? Oh, it's because this was down, right? So turn the... Yeah, it just basically, once the tone's generated there, it's just going to go. So if you turn the level all the way down, it won't actually ping the filter. Turn it up, it will ping the filter, but it doesn't matter what the sustain is at, because, again, by holding the key down, you're gating the thing on. So again, I guess my point is, this is not necessarily the core filters, the 24 and 12 dB low pass, their ping is weak, but the MS-20 and Poly 6 filters are definitely pingable, but there is a little bit of a lack of control. I wonder if we could say, let's see. Okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So I can't actually think of a way to turn this off other than just lifting your finger off the key. So I don't know. I think that this technique is maybe not the most useful for doing percussion sounds. Which is fine. Not every synth has to be great at everything, and this does many, many weird things. The fact that it doesn't really ping in a predictable or all that useful way. Not that big of a deal. Okay, made a percussion sound, made a bass sound. I guess we could make like a lead or a pad or effect, or we could make more percussion sounds. If you have any thoughts, let me know. I want to try out this algorithm. So this algorithm gives you all 6 operators and a big line feedback path that goes from in front of 5 to 6. So this might be, I feel like this is just interesting to mess around with. Get some different, so we'll make this last one an effect, so we can put an effect on the last oscillator. Make this one an effect too. Effect. So this we're going to do sine wave, and mode effect is drive. This will do FM. Okay, that's right. Okay, so that needs to be over there. So we don't know, we can't hear what it's doing yet, but we can definitely see that it's creating an interesting wave shape here, like a weird distorted square wave that then is modulating this in some interesting ways. Okay, so we're going to get that interesting wave shape out of here. Let's put it into this one. Let's say it's going to ring modulate this one. Make that one an octave higher, so this is an octave below. And we'll say it's... And I'm just looking at the shapes here, obviously. I don't know what this is doing. It's making a slightly interesting wave shape. I don't know. That's pretty interesting. Alright, and then we'll filter FM that one. Oh yeah, that's getting interesting. Okay, so then that's outputting this wave shape here. And let's just use that. Yeah, we'll just use it to FM. Oh no, that's not what we want to do here. And then here. That's the what we've created. I'm going to use my favorite. that's interesting. Okay. So that gives me my first inspiration to add some poly aftertouch here. That was op 5, sustain level. Yeah, I mean, the MS-20 is a notoriously pingable filter. Like, the Korg, the Volca Kick is just an MS-20 style filter. That's all it is. So yeah. It is a shame that they don't let you do key tracking on it, though, on the mod wave, mod sequence. That's kind of annoying. Seems like a limitation that could be fixed with a little firmware tweak. I will say most of my complaints about this synth could be fixed with a firmware tweak. Like, you could just add a way to turn the things that you can turn on and off via MIDI if you wanted to do that. No prob. And so I think we're going to call this one a lead sound. Oops, that's not what I want. What am I doing? Pitch mod, it's right here. It's all ready. There's a dedicated fucking space for it, dude. This is a sound that would go good with a flanger. Compression too. Seems like it's maybe getting out of hand a little here. Probably don't need poly aftertouch on that if I am going to make this monophonic, so let's switch that. Okay, that's an interesting sound. Let's see, let's add some velocity modulation to it. I'm just putting some kind of arbitrary low to mid-range values in here. We'll just make it regular mono. We want everything to re-trigger. It's interesting. I don't know. I try actually when I'm just like programming sounds for the sake of programming sounds, like today when I just decided to take some time to do this. I think I understand what you're saying. So they can key track the filter, but the pitch lanes aren't sequenced per se. Is that what you're saying? So they're not changing notes, they're not changing MIDI notes, they're just like changing pitch control. So it doesn't really work that way, question mark? I think that's what you're saying, but it is an interesting limitation. You know, like all limitations, they lead to creativity, they can be worked around, yada yada. And sometimes it's just a matter of realizing, yeah, okay, this doesn't do that. So I'll pick something else if I want to do that. Okay, so we got some velocity control. The mod wheel controls an LFO. Aftertouch is doing something. That's kind of an interesting sound. I kind of like it. It's one I don't know. I have to admit, like, I don't have anything particular in mind with it at the moment. But it's pretty cool. The time is flying. Somehow, we have already been going for an hour and 10 minutes. Well, isn't actually changing. Right. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. They're transposing from the root note. So yeah, right. It's just shifting the pitch up and down based on a transposition value. So hitting a, yeah, yep, right. So it is key tracking. It's just not also tracking the secondary pitch changes that are being made by other controllers, which makes perfect sense. But does obviously lead to a certain amount of like, oh, right, it's difficult to do this thing this way. Okay, so I usually try to keep these to an hour, but I'm kind of having fun, and it's just you and me here. Oh my god, I say that, and then I look up, and there's somehow a bunch of people joined us. Okay, I guess I'm just going to keep going. I think it might harm my prospects long term for people who want to watch the VOD, but that's fine. It's not really. I'm having fun, and you guys are all here. There's a bunch of people here now, so I feel like I should just keep going. And then I say that we've lost 2 people. Okay, right. I said I wasn't going to talk. Okay, so we made a bass, like an EBM bass. We made a percussion sound. Let's go for a weird pad. Let's go for a weird pad, and I think I want to do something like this pad. So we got 2 layers, one relatively basic, that'll sort of provide the kind of core sound. We'll also use the filter. And the second one will provide some of the sauce for the pad, the sort of interesting elements that come in and out. And we'll use a fixed carrier, well, not a fixed carrier, but a carrier that's, at a pretty steady level. And then we'll bring in the 2 modulators in and out here. So we got a stack of 2 on one side, a stack of 1 on the other, modulators, and then on the other carrier pair, it's just a single modulator. And so let's just get turn off the. Come on, man. Turn off the. Right. It's off. That's kind of nice. Got a nice little utilitarian sort of Swarm of Dead Insects. Yeah, you would have missed it, except we decided to go long today. Yeah, I'm trying new times, new vibes, new whatever. The weekdays are no longer going to work out for me, so... That's a nice pad. Back in the day, hard to remember, it was a bazillion years ago, before the days of romplers and fucking sample libraries and all that biz. FM was, you know, back in the day, they were a preeminent pad machine. They had the pads that they were best at, and this is obviously not strictly FM, but... interesting stuff over here, like make aftertouch up 5 level, up 5 level. We can boost that a little bit with some aftertouch. Yeah, sample library is a weird concept. I mean, in the sense of like something that you buy, it's a weird concept to me. It's not a weird concept to me in something that you accumulate and build. I mean, obviously, that's part of my whole brand. I hate to think of it in that way. You know what I mean? Sound design and whatnot. So obviously I'm going to be inclined to be... I forget, there's some pretty interesting stuff in the effects here that I do not use enough. Yeah, right. The best thing about sampling is doing it yourself. And it's fun to like look through things other people have done for inspiration or to grab a few things. And I understand that not everyone wants to sample things themselves, but I agree that is, to me, that's what was most interesting about sampling. Was not that you could get, oh wow, I can get a pre-recorded version of this really cool sound. You know, I can get an oboe sound on my fucking synthesizer or a guitar sound. That was never really the particularly interesting thing. It was, for me, it was always the deal of, you know, like, I can record breaking glass out behind my house in a fucking empty field and then turn that into a cymbal sound or whatever. Grain shifter's weird. I'm not sure that's what we're looking for today. I did want to put a really short delay on this. Like, different delay times on each side to kind of build up the stereo image even more. And probably I should make is LFO one. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. It's a little annoying that it hardwires LFO1 to both pitch and level mod. Kind of feel like we should get that to wired to the. I mean, I know you can do it down here too, but that's probably what I should just do instead of whining. Op1 fine, pitch. Alpha 3, speed of 5. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. I do think that there's, even when making sounds just for yourself, there's some real utility in making sure that you just address the basic functionality kind of, your basic controls. I like to make sure velocity, aftertouch, and although I have to admit, some synthesizers, they don't have aftertouch, and if you use a lot of those, it can be easy to get a habit on that one. But since so many controllers have it, yeah, I do want to learn that. I have used the, here actually I'll show you a sound I use that on after I save this, that pitch shifter thing. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying is I do like to make sure aftertouch and mod wheel are doing something, that velocity is doing something, so that, when I come back to use the synth, it's ready to do something somewhat interesting, right? So this is a stereo pad. It's not strictly FM, there's also some filter FM on it, but for NES pad or chords or whatever. Okay, so let me show you the sound that, speaking of glitchiness and that particular effect, I have this one here called, where is it? it was when I was still putting numbers on them. So it is over here. Oh, there it is. Grain shifter. Now, speaking of like not using the aftertouch enough, like here's an example. This is a sound I programmed on the actual synth. It doesn't have aftertouch on the key bed, so I wasn't using it, and now it doesn't have aftertouch, and it's kind of a shame. Well, 2 hours have flown by, and as tempted as I am to keep going, I bet my wife wants me to do some things on this lovely Sunday that aren't sit on my computer, and if this gets to 4 hours or whatever, the chance of anyone ever clicking on it to watch it are basically zero. So I think it's a good time to wrap it up. It looks like it takes me about a half hour per sound, at least on stream, to make a sound, which is like, it's not the worst, or 20 minutes, something like that. 20 minutes to a half hour. It would be fun to do a sprint sometime to see if I can do like 6 in an hour, 10 minutes each. I'd probably have to have a pretty good idea of what I was trying to do coming in to do that. But yeah, thank you everyone who joined me. Sundays, looks like for the time being, at least until football season starts, or if my wife tells me that this is not going to work for her, I'll be doing these on Sunday. Probably at this time. That's what I made the little image to say, is that it's at 12:30 PDT every time. So hopefully you can join me for some future ones. Might go a little longer since it is Sunday. We'll see. I do want people to actually get something out of these and use these. It's not a way for me to talk to myself. So if people won't watch the longer ones, I might have to stick to shorter ones. We'll just have to see what happens. But I want to thank you for coming. Thanks for checking out some of my sounds. Thanks for hanging out, chit-chatting, giving me advice and feedback on what I'm doing. Thanks for all of that business. Thank you all so much. Hope you have a lovely weekend.